And just like that, we just may have a decent election. Let's just hope that it has a ripple effect on all 50 states. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day or your evening to view my content. If you have been enjoying my channel and all the things that it's been offering, make sure that you are following me on all the platforms you see above and the ones below. And also, clicking this like button right here is how my content can consistently be recommended to you, and it helps push this message and this information out in the YouTube shadow banning algorithmic world. All right, so I really appreciate that. Last but not least, if you have not did this right here, you might as well go ahead and do it because you know you like me. But if you need to do this, seriously, double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel, hitting that bell notification in the process so you can be notified when I post a video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so a huge bombshell, great for the American people. A huge bombshell just dropped. What am I talking about? This. See what this is? This is a major win for election integrity, upholding the law and common sense ballot safeguards, RNC Chairman Michael Whately said in a statement. Voters deserve nothing less than a fair, transparent election which ends November 5th. We will continue to defend the law, fight for protection of every legal vote, and stop election interference in our country's most important election. The Hill has reached out to DNC and a group of private parties that both intervened in the case to defend Mississippi law. Election officials have warned that voting by mail could face delays and significant disruption due to persistent issues they say the U.S. Postal Service has failed to address. In September, groups of representing election officials sent a letter to Postmaster General Louis DeJoy claiming that mailed ballots postmarked on time were still received days after state deadline passed, nullifying those votes. DeJoy said in response to the letter that election mail routinely outperforms other mail. Postal Service records show that roughly 99.89% of ballots were delivered from voters to election officials within 7 days in 2020. In 2022, that figure rose to 99.93%. But 32 states require mail-in ballots be received by election day to be counted. At least 10 other states, including Mississippi, require ballots postmarked by election day to be received by election officials in fewer than 7 days, and several other states set 7 days as the deadline. DeJoy said in a letter that he is confident in the Postal Service's preparations for November contest. About 43% of American voters cast their ballots by mail in 2020, and 31% voted that way in 2022. So, what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is I know I did it differently. I wanted y'all to see how, I wanted to kind of do something a little different here. Look at that. Y'all, what's going on? The appeals court deems Mississippi mail-in ballot deadline illegal. Yes, you heard that. It is illegal. Federal appeals court ruled that Mississippi law allowing mail-in ballots to be received after election day is illegal. A decision that escalates a consequential legal battle as it may not affect the upcoming election. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals opinion sends the Republican National Committee challenge back to a lower court to determine whether the Mississippi statute should be immediately blocked or whether it's too close to an election. I say immediately. If it's unlawful, it's unlawful. Excuse me. Even though the decision does not order any immediate changes to any state ballot deadline, it increases the possibility of the issuing landing at Supreme Court. 18 states accept mail ballots following Election Day as long as they are postmarked by then, according to the National Conference of State Legislators. Federal law requires voters to take timely steps to vote by Election Day. A federal law does not permit the state of Mississippi to extend the period for voting by 1 day, 5 days, 100 days. The state's contrary law is preempted, Circuit Judge Andrew Oldham wrote for the unanimous 3-judge panel. Oldham and 2 other judges, Kyle Duncan and James Ho, were all appointed by former President Trump. Mississippi's law allows for mail ballots to be received by officials up to 5 days after Election Day, but the panel of judges ruled that federal law overrides that rule. Congress statutorily designated a singular day for the election of members of Congress and the appointment of presidential electors, the panel wrote. Text precedents and historical practice confirm this day for the election is the day by which ballots must be both cast by voters and received by state officials. The Mississippi debate is one of multiple cases that Republicans have filed challenging the practice of accepting mail ballots after Election Day. A federal court in Nevada found RNC had no legal standing to challenge the state's similar law, and the RNC is now appealing that. Now, I just read y'all the whole this is a major win for election integrity, right? But I just want to throw that in there and do it a little differently because I am in a complete agreement with this. I wholeheartedly agree that those ballots need to be counted. I don't care, guys, if we have a whole place, a whole country like Argentina can get all that stuff done in one night. They can get it done in one night. And you're telling me that here in America, we're already been told by, look, don't quote me on this, I forget the state, but one of our states right now is saying it may take up to 10 to 13 days after. Man, see, no. 10 to 13 days after November the 5th to find out if y'all, come on now, there is no, I'm sorry, no way, no. Absolutely not. That leaves too much of a window open now. That leaves too much speculation. You don't want us to be suspicious of any of it. Get it counted, get it done, it's over. You should know not to do anything like that after our last election. You see how everybody was looking at the graph that looked like this and all of a sudden it turned to the letter F? We don't need no more of that. We don't need no more well, we're going to shut everything down, ladies and gentlemen. No, come on now. Come on. We have an overwhelmingly amount of people that have already voted in early and everything like that. We're going to have a massive amount of folks that are going to go in and vote the day of. So in my opinion, and I could be wrong about this is arguable, there is no way we should have to take this long to do this. There is just no way, folks. I'm not for this. It's already just going to have my ears up, make you just going to be suspect of everything. Let's just say y'all say this. You say, Ty, well, what if it's in favor of your candidate? I don't care. I don't want you to have suspicions of it either. Well, look what they did for Trump. I don't want me to have no suspicions. Well, look what they did for Kamala. 10 to 13 days afterwards? Come on, man. Anyway, y'all, I just want to drop y'all that because I know a lot of people are going to be excited about it. Let me ask you, do you think since this right now is already being deemed illegal, should it be effective right now? Me, in my opinion, yes. And if this is something that they're doing, I think this should go for all states. Let it happen. Come on now. We can get this passed by next week where all states have to have everything counted the day of. What's keeping us from doing it? What's keeping them from doing it? And I hope and pray that every last one of these machines that rhymes with, if Domino and Opinion had a baby, that child would be named y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not about to get hit for, I'm just saying. I don't trust none of it. If it's already been people complaining about them putting their ballots and everything in there and it's being scammed, but then when they get it back, it flipped to Kamala Harris. They voted Trump, and then when they scanned everything, it flipped to Harris. I haven't heard anybody saying they voted Harris and then it ended up flipping to Trump. Even if it did, it should not be doing that. You got 4 years to have these machines all up to par and everything like that. Now that people are voting early, now I'm glad you guys are doing it because now we get to see the machines are screwing up. Bull crap. Complete BS. Again, what is keeping us from getting this all done in one night? Y'all, let me know what y'all think about all this. Do you think that judge ruled right? Do you think that we should do this in all 50 states? Let me know in the comments below after this video. And don't forget to do everything you see going on in that lovely cloud right there, if you would, please, all right? If you would like to see the next video that I would do in chronological order, it's going to be the video up there. Things that I do as a variety on this channel will be down here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.